Oh, the government gives out so much money, man, every year, and they don't advertise, so people don't know about it. But who do advertise are scammers, because they know you've heard about government money, and they're going to get your money, and you will never get a grant from them. So you have to be careful about scammers. And here's some tips. This is a good article, and I'll put the link in the description below with all the other grants I'm going to cover in another minute or two. But here's 7 red flags, they said, to watch for grants. And I've been studying this a long time, so these look good, and these are good things to know about. One, you want a grant without applying for it. Nobody's going to do that. So if you get that, that doesn't mean bupkis. You have to apply for a grant, even our grants. So if somebody said you didn't even apply for it, you get that, forget it, hang up. You've contacted over social media. That's a clue. So if somebody calls you or IMs you or messenger or texts you or any of these kinds of things, man, that means they're selling you. And if they're selling you something, they have to get money from you. The government and nonprofit organizations, and they're the people that really give out grants. They only come from government nonprofit. Well, some companies do, but 99, 44, 100% come from government nonprofit organizations, and they'll never contact you that way. You're being asked to pay money to receive a grant reward. In other words, they call you up and say, hey, you won this, but we need, $150 to process it or some bullshit like that. Now, no legitimate grants ever ask for money ahead of time. They're giving you money. What do they care? And if they're legitimate, they won't ask for money. So get it. Okay, there are no limitations on how the grants can be used. Okay, that's true sometimes, but that's also a key tell that they're all also full of baloney, because they're saying, if you have to do it for seniors, then it's only use it. No, that's just to get you hooked in further. You're asked to provide personal and financial information. Wow, no, do not do that. Nobody, no. Unless they're a .gov or a .org, there's nobody that's going to give you a grant, so don't do that. The grant is given out by some type of U.S. agency, U.S. granting. See, what the scammers do, they have names that sound like they're the government. So no, don't use them. I mean, they have let's see, how do they have some Federal Bureau of Grant Awards. That's bullshit. There's no such thing. And they're not .gov, so they have to be .gov. Okay, the grant seems to be true, good to be true. Yes, and that's also a tell. But what I'm going to go now is cover about 10 grants or so to give you a feeling of the kinds of stuff that are real out there for business or private or anything. And I have all these grants in the description below, so you can follow up on them. Now, all these grants are really for specific cities, counties, states, or whatever. And that's what you have. I show them to you and try to explain these, because these are the kinds of things that are also in your neighborhood. But you have to find out where they are, where you live, okay? And I'll give you some tips at the end on how to do that. Okay, here's one. You get $30,000 for a down payment and $24,000 another grant to fix up like an office or a store or something for your business. Wow, $30,000 down payment and another $24,000 grant to fix it up. Well, here's one in Scranton. That's I went to school there. I lived down the road, and they have $5,000 business grant. And this is COVID money they still have in this small town. Scranton, that's all where President Joe is from, too. So you'll hear a lot about Scranton, Pennsylvania. I flunked out of Scranton Prep School there years ago. But they're giving out grants to people, businesses in Scranton. Here, a 65% increase in child care grants. Child care is becoming so expensive. Actually, if you have 2 children now, most people pay more in child care, to take care of their 2 children than they do for rent. Wow. So what they're doing now is they're upping it up, and this is in Maine. You get now up to $240 a week to help pay for childcare. Here's another program, $5,000 to $20,000 business grants for businesses, small businesses in Pennsylvania. Here's another one. They have $15,000 for Black, Indigenous, people of color businesses. So that's BIPOC. Well, maybe you don't, but there's a code word for that, and it's for lower income people have struggling with their business, so they get $15,000. And that's a local grant. See, all this stuff is really local. That's why you have to find. Here's another one: 10,000 grants for small businesses in Chicago. Listen to some of the businesses that are getting this. Cajun Cafe in Chicago, not just cookies. Another Suga and Spice. Suga, S-U-G-A. I don't know what that is. Sounds like I misspelled it. I'm going to pronounce it. Tidy Up Experts. So that's some kind of consulting firm. Clean up your closets. Twisted Egg Roll. How do you like that? And these are just some of the kinds of businesses. That's why there's small individual businesses that are getting these grants to help them succeed. Here's another one in Maine that's giving $5,000 grants or $100,000 at 3% interest. Man, you're a small business. There's no bank's going to give you 3% interest. And also, a loan from a government agency is also nicer because they're not going to, if you get the loan from Chase or something like that, they're going to send out Detroit people to bang your kneecaps if you don't pay. The government is more flexible, and that's what's nice about it, because they're not in business just to make money off these things. Okay, 60 businesses in New York are going to get $8 million to train 1,700 people. Okay, actually they get $8.7 million. Now this is a wonderful grant for any business. It's training money. You want to get more sales? Well, you send your employees to learn how to sell your stuff, and that's cost money. The government will pay you money to train your employees for anything. They need to train on computers. They send them training for free, and they pay for everything. Every business could have that. Okay, and that's at your local career one-stop center. If you're Lowe's, this is an article down here is for New York has that, but there's a similar in your city too. $50,000 grant to buy a commercial for your business plus free counseling. Okay, so $50,000 grant. Wow, and for your business and free counseling. So a lot of these things that give them out for small businesses also give you mentoring help and counseling help to learn how to apply for the money, to know what to do with the money and things like that. So you get 50 grand and a mentor. Here's another one. 9 separate places. Now, this is for individuals, and it's not for businesses. But here, one little town in Florida, which I looked it up, and it only has 25,000 people. 25,000 people. I mean, that's like Wilkes-Barre, where I grew up. I mean, it's nothing, okay? Well, there's 9 nonprofit organizations that help you with living expenses, all kind of living expenses, and each organization has different kind of help. Now here's one that helps you with rent, mortgage, and utilities. Wow. Another one here helps you with housing, utilities, prescription drugs, and food. Okay. Another one helps you with baby necessities, holiday assistance, immigration services, and spiritual healing. Here's one: crisis utility assistance. Wow. A rental and mortgage assistance, education and transportation. You can't get anywhere. Well, get money to buy a car. Financial assistance for rent, utilities, prescriptions, dentures, even dentures, and other emergency needs. Clothing and household goods, food pantries, emergency food. These are all nonprofit organizations. Where you live, they're everywhere. So what do you want to do if you want to do this? Okay, there's 2 places to start. One is findhelp.org. Okay, and you put in your zip code, and you put in one of these keywords if you need rent or food or whatever, and that's the place to start to find where you. And if it's for business, you go here. You go to sba.gov and then slash local assistance, sba.gov/local-assistance, and make an appointment with a local free business mentor. Help you think about how do you start a business, where you get the money and help to start anything you want or grow anything that you already have. The help is out there free, and we give grants too. Man, we give over $75,000 now every month to our members. And that's just one of the things that members get as benefits, is being able to apply for all of our grants. Now, the other thing you get is unlimited personal help to apply to every grant. We have members, our online, free for you to use video conferencing with you one-on-one to answer any questions. We have 2-3 hours a day like that of members. This is only $20 that we charge. I'm shocked, and we're still making so much money we give it back to people. And so get as much help as you possibly can, and we have it. But I understand you could follow up even if you don't give me money. The stuff is out there, whether you use it or not. Somebody's going to get it.